Oh, you got to plug me in.
Yes. I need to see where it was.
Getting set up. Getting set up. Here we go. Okay.
Turn that on.
Ta-da. I don't even remember how to turn it. I think it is on, love. Want to check? Testing. 1, 2, 3. You're gonna have to check there. I could do it. You want me to?
I don't know how to.
Okay. Let's not go live just yet. I think I did this last time. See, it's not blinking, so it's not on mute. No idea.
Yeah, it hears us.
Okay then. All right, cool. Let's get this like this. Ta-da. Hi. All right, hold on. I gotta move stuff around. Hey, it's July 9th. Okay. It is July 9th, isn't it? Just a little bit more. We need to see my coins though. See? Hi. Oh yeah, that's cool. That's cool. Yeah. All right. We're trying to find new setups so I could do this more regularly. So how is everybody? First off, what is it? Like, share, subscribe, because it's down here on YouTube, I think. So yeah, the more followers I get, the more that we can start doing more spontaneous lives, like from my phone and stuff, because you guys know I'm rather spontaneous. Let's see. First of all, shout out to Althea for giving me these beautiful flowers for my birthday. Thanks, love. So nice. And they're just like, I don't even know what these little guys are. We looked them up.
So
and
weird.
They're so cool, actually. Let me just like, I don't know if I could pull one out. Oh, no, they're stuck right now. Maybe I'll do a little herb thing on that later, another day. But I figured I'd check in really quick because it is full moon in Capricorn, right? So sometimes when we're sort of in this like place of transformation, there's all this stuff going on like astrologically right now. And as always, we know that. And we'll tell you some other things later because I'm not going to get into details with that because I'm not a true astrologer, but I am an intuitive and an oracle in some ways. So I am going to do a little bit of reading for you guys so that we could really check in and see what this full moon in Capricorn is all about, right? So in general, we love Capricorn. We love Capricorns in general, right? Super organized folks, right? I don't know what I would do without the Capricorns in my life, although they probably think I'm a complete ADHD hot mess, but they love me and I love them. So I use that energy to really get like kind of focused and grounded and also sometimes a little bit more organized. And sometimes I do that by like, for example, this morning I went out and I took a bike ride because today it wasn't 150,000 degrees outside, right? And I also just wanted to move a little bit after the long weekend. And so I'm feeling pretty good and I just wanted to check it. So let's start with, I'm going to do an I Ching reading. For those of you that don't know, you can look it up. It's a very ancient Chinese oracle. I was taught a little bit from Bobby Klein, who, you know, RIP, we love Bobby Klein. This book is amazing, The New Earth. And I feel so gifted to be able to actually like listen and study with him when he was here in this realm. And I obviously have my own spin on it. So I am going to do a little bit of I Ching reading for you for the full moon in Capricorn. So this is not necessarily instruction, but I will tell you some of the things I do because like everything in life is a ritual. Everything the earth gives us is a gift. And I use those things when I do my readings all the time. Many people know that nature is something that I bring in to every reading I do, every ritual I do. It's important. I think it's really important to connect to the earth one way, shape, or form. And that's why when I throw my I Ching, so I Ching, they use coins or yarrow sticks to create hexagrams, which are symbols that are also tied in to gates of the sun, all the different, you know, astrology, like there's different, these symbols come together in a hexagram, which I will show you, and they all mean specific things. And I'm giving a collective reading, and I will read some things about it to give you kind of a scope of what the energy is from this. But I'm also going to show you how I do it. So you need 3 coins or yarrow sticks or something. Now, this is a fun story. I tend to use, I have many different coins here all of a sudden because for many, many years I was just using lira, which I know is insane, right? Like, why are you using Italian lira? Because I'm Italian and they're special to me, right? But then one year I was at the beach and I was throwing my lira like on the dock, and I lost one under the dock, like under the deck. I was like, oh God, of course I did, right? Literally fell right between like all the boards. My dad was like doing something with the deck over here. And all of a sudden I'm like, oh my God, what am I going to do now? Like, I have to do this reading now. And then, so I'm like, all right, well, I'll just pick up a rock off the beach and I will write heads and tails on the rock. And that became one of the things that I throw. At least I did that for several years. I do like to set up when I'm about to throw my coins. I like to set up other things that feel good to me. I actually have this like representation of a coin from a place I stayed in, Big Sur, and that always makes me feel very connected to that. I'm going to bring out my rutilated quartz Lemurian crystal, which I love. Maybe I'll just show you more about that later. I like to bring that out. And I will pick 3 of the coins I would like to toss. Let's see what I'll use today. I do have a few. I do have some sets of crystals that, coins that I do have at the shop if you want. But I'm showing you my beautiful hack, right? So I'm picking 3 coins that I want to use today. And it's a little bit of an exercise, right? It's almost like a little mathematical trick when you do the I Ching, right? You have to actually deduce how you create the hexagram. Now, this seems like something that you're like, what the heck is she doing? But just follow along a little bit or just listen to me. And then you could fast forward a little bit and see what the outcome was. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to throw the coins, right? And usually, like, I hold them dear to my heart. Maybe I meditate a little bit first. And like I said, I've kind of like had a good day so far. I'm pretty chill. I'm well nourished, all the things. So I feel ready to throw. Some people do it very calculated. Some people get really into deep meditation. I do my I Ching just when I feel called to do it. And today I feel called to do it for everyone. So here we go. So I start off, I throw them right now. For every top and bottom, there is an actual number that's associated with the coin. So heads are 3 and tails are 2, right? When you do yarrow sticks, they actually do formulate the hexagram in their own way, but I'm doing it with coins. So I look down and right now I see that I have 2 tails and 1 head, right? So I'm going to do 1 head, 2 tails. Now, so that means there's a 3, and then there's 2 tails, so that's a 4, so that equals 7. Now, 7 represents what's known as yang, right? So, yin yang, we're going to talk a little bit about that, right? So yang numbers or yang deductions formulate a solid line, right? So right now, that first thing I tossed was a 1 long line. I actually like to say, the way I remember that is I just go yang, which is crazy, but that makes me remember that it's 1 long line as opposed to yin, which is like the 2 dashes, right? So we're going from there. So this is live right now. I don't know, you could record it for later, but whoever else is looking, I'm not doing comments at the moment, but I am going to symbolize how this is going to come up. So next, I'm going to do this 5 more times. So we're throwing it 6 full times. So just hang out, put on some music for a couple minutes. We could turn around. You could just like hang out and look at Hari for a little bit while I come up with the rest of them. Okay, here we go. All right, so I've got the next one I had is 2 heads, 1 tails, so that's 6 and 2, so that's an 8, so that's a dashed line, right? And I have to do this 4 more times, so just give me a minute while I do stuff. Hey, Heart Pie! Interesting to see the patterns that come up. It seems easier than it is, but just follow me along for a moment or two. Getting a lot of yins so far.
I'm just keeping track of how everything's going.
Hey there.
We're just here for moral support.
Exactly.
Hey,
but I'm liking the setup, right?
This
Give
is
me
kind
a
of
thumbs
great
up.
because
The lighting is exquisite.
I like the lighting, and also he always sits here. If you're sitting here, he's gonna sit here. And this is kind of great if you like need a sec to like write, or you're like, I loved that.
This is hilarious.
Hooray, interlude.
Also, by the way, this is exactly where I sit when I do my online therapy. And he always joins me for that as well. I like to keep myself balanced in all the ways. Okay, one more. Okay. Ta-da! Uh-oh, it's a little bit. Oh, there we go. We got it. It's the tails. It's the tails. Okay, now I've tossed my coins. I'm gonna keep those aside because I like those. Sometimes I just keep them aside for the week and or the day, depending on when I want to do this. I keep my little things together. You know, little rituals everywhere. Put my little pottery away. Now, the thing is that you would think that this would make up the hexagram right away, right? But it doesn't, because you actually have to reverse it. So now I have to stack these the opposite way, right? What's going on there?
I just really want to see the flowers.
We could just move it on the other side.
I know, but hooray.
Well, don't worry about Hari. You can move it back now.
Just don't. Guys, just don't worry about me. Just keep talking, Jen.
Okay, I'm going to flip this. I'm going to do this in a darker pen so that you guys can see. So now I'm going to flip it. So I added everything up, and now I'm going to flip the direction of each line of the hexagram, right? So now I've got long, dashed, and long. So now that creates the hexagram that I have pulled all the mouses. So if you can see, that's the hexagram, right? Okay. Now, I'm going to do a little divination training on this more specifically another day, but right now I just really want to get to the juicy bits, right? So where are we in the universe right now? What is this symbolizing? So all of these lines tend to symbolize their very specific things in nature. So I'm going to go to the chart in this book, and then I'm going to read you some of the variations that this comes up and what it actually means of these two different things, right? So I might have to hold it up a bit again so you could see, but I'm going to first find out which one it is. So it's long, short, and then short, long. So that comes to number 42 on the table of hexagrams, which is been around forever. You could totally find this on the internet, and maybe I'll post it somewhere if you want it. Okay. So we've got number 42. So I'm going to just write that down for a minute for myself, because this is when I start to take notes, and maybe I'll journal. I'm probably going to do more of this later, but right now I just want to be a little specific so that you can get some interpretation of what's going on. Now I'm going to do kind of a blend between a little bit of what Bobby Klein tends to say and also what I'm kind of bringing in at the same time. And then hopefully they'll help float you through this full moon. Also, don't forget to put out your crystals. Don't forget to do that. It's a good one. It's a good one. Plus, it's 1,000,000 degrees outside, so they'll get cleansed by everything. Maybe the sun and the moon. I don't know. You decide. So I'm looking for number 42. And again, there's lots of references all over the world for this since, the beginning of time. This is so good. Are you kidding me? Yes. Oh my God. Okay. Number 42 is Yi. I hope I'm saying that correctly. But Y-I. right? So I'm going to write this out again so you guys could see this. Short, 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 long. I think I need a better Sharpie. Can somebody give me a Sharpie? Would you mind, Libby? Because it's hard to show this to everybody without it being super dark and black. Everyone's like, what is happening? Ah, don't get on the white couch. Ah,
It's not open.
yeah, we're good. Just kidding. Let's see if it works. Does anybody like me that like never has a Sharpie that works? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Da, 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 da. Who loves a good Sharpie? Okay, Yi, number 42 in the table of hexagrams. That, right? Now, the above symbolizes the sun in the hexagram, and the below represents what they call Zen, which is like to shake or arouse or inspire or excite. And this is getting. So, what does this mean in general? It means blessings in great measure. Right? So augmentation, this is great. I mean, astrology, all the things are saying this right now, right? It is time to get to work, people, but because it's going to come back to us. I'm not like gonna like judge anybody or anything, but for those of you who have been like in your lazy place right now, it's time to actually like kick in and start to organize a little bit, right? To look at your blessings, to see what you could shift and shake and like deduce, right? Because just like this time of year, like, is it the thunder moon? What is it? I don't know if you could look that up for me. I'm pretty sure it might be the thunder moon. Or that happens in spring as well, because there's a lot of thunder, a lot of like, storms happening and stuff like that right now. What's the buck moon? Buck moon?
Buck moon.
Is it also thunder moon?
Yes.
Yes. Woo! She knows. See, you just gotta listen to nature like all the time.
Okay,
You know.
the other three,
What are the other three? Tell us.
also known as the hay moon,
Okay.
the salmon moon, and the raspberry moon.
The hay moon, the salmon moon, and the raspberry moon. I didn't know there was a raspberry moon. Are we kidding?
And
I was
they're
just.
all in the same umbrella.
I
The
love that.
thunder moon umbrella.
You guys have all you see these things. Do you see how this goes on like forever? Do you see how cool this is? I mean, literally, like, you just have to look around you and you know what's been representative from like all the gifts of the earth. Now, I'm not actually, it's so funny because I was when I was riding my bike, I was like passing this like kind of woody area, and I was like, oh my god, all the raspberries are out. And I was like, I had my little like Dorothy basket. I was like, oh my god, I should totally like pick raspberries on the way back. But I didn't because I have to go to work soon. So, but whatever, it's all good. But I probably will go back before the birds get to them. So, oh my god, it's so exciting! Raspberry Thunder Moon. Like if that was like my code name, I am the Raspberry Thunder Moon Goddess. Anyway, okay, let me read this to you. So again, above the sun, below what is known as Zen, shake, arouse, inspire, excite, blah 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 blah. So the wisdom here, all things are possible now. Energies are increasing. Be generous and ethical. Now you will flourish. I have chills. Like, right? Like, is this, I don't know. If you're feeling this stuff, I'm telling you guys, ride that train. Right? I don't know about you, but there's a stillness. There's always a stillness before the excitement, right? It's a good example, right? So thunderstorms. Like, I've been trying to find some extra time to meditate, right? And that's always hard for me in the summer because like, oh, I'm going to the beach or I'm going to this, I'm going to that. But nature gives you pause on purpose. You can't do much during a rainstorm, right? Like, I'll just lay on this couch over here and just stare, just watch the rain fall. Rain medicine, right? Like, that is a meditation, right? When I go to the beach and I'm swimming or I'm sunbathing or all those types of things, that is a meditation. And you fill in the blanks for yourself. I'm just talking about seasonally here right now in New York. But yeah, I that's just something I've been thinking about a lot. That meditation in action and in in like kind of stillness doesn't always have to be like the focused mindset. We do love that. We do practice that. And I have a video somewhere on here about how to meditate, right? But that practice helps set up the foundation for when you have these other stillness practices that are like influenced by your life. Like, where does the stillness come in? Okay. So I'm going to jump in a little bit more. Okay, cool. So this is a cycle of growth, rejuvenation, development, increase, right? Like the sun is shining. The sun shines on everything, right? The sun shines, we get to work, we do the things. The thunder erupts, and suddenly we're like, oh, there's the idea, right? Like there's like, okay, I have to concentrate on this. I have to get into this. I am excited about this, and I want to, fulfill my next thing, whatever that is, right? So a gain is being made and available to you. I'm just going to ad lib a little bit of this because I could go on forever with this. Maybe I could get some copies of these, but I just want to just jump into this. I don't want to spend too long on here. Just want to give you some food for thought, and then you could dive in. And then hopefully, I think I should just like make this like a Wednesday thing. Like Wednesday's a great day. What is Wednesday astrologically?
Mercury Day.
Mercury Day. I don't know if that's a good thing.
I mean, that's communication.
Okay, communication. Of course, my Mercury is in Gemini.
Which is great.
And so I become a complete airhead.
No, but Gemini is ruled by Mercury.
What is?
Gemini.
Yeah, and that's like a whole thing that's happening right now,
too.
too.
At talking,
this is perfect time. Yeah, absolutely. So, okay, Wednesday it is. This is a time that you trust yourself, right? Recognizing that unseen benevolent forces are at work. Okay? Lean into rest. Your guardian angels are there. Your friends are there in the foreground and the background. Your technology is going to be working at least until the end of around July 18th when Mercury goes retrograde. Focus on how you want things to grow, right? Let flowers that are blooming right now be your thing. Like, I love when it's around my birthday because I know the daylilies come out, and that it's like almost like a signal for me to be like in this forceful place. Hey, everybody, want to come on by? Want to say about that? Here, buddy. Okay, I'm going to keep going. Focus on your work, your relationships, your health, your art. This is like a full circle thing right now. Like whatever your wheel is, right? There is a special wheel in Chinese culture too. It's like almost like looks like a pie, right? Making sure you have all these different things of your life make you feel fulfilled. If you see a gap, then you're going to basically like fill that gap. You're moving beyond doubt and judgment. You are blessed. The harvest is coming. Examine your intent. Share the bounty, both materially and spiritually. Generosity and loving kindness assure the return of this cosmic cycle, a cycle of peace, of freedom, and abundance. I'm not even going to go much further with this. I mean, I could just say that I'm going to show you the first page here again, just so you can see. That's abundance. Where did I go back there? Abundance, blessings, augmentation, right? And that's the I Ching. That's the hexagram. Sorry, I'm going to get a little closer there. Yep. See it? Great. So, Yi. It's a beautiful one. What can I say? I feel that we should all just like kind of lean into this energy right now. Just feel like we can. How about you feel like everything is already organized for you, right? You don't have to have Capricorn in your chart for that to happen. Everything is in alignment, right? You are blessed. You're being showered by blessings in any way you want to call that. I see rain, and rain seems like a blessing to me. I see beautiful flowers, and it's a blessing to me. But then when those flowers dry, right, they're herbs that help me in other things for my ritual or what have you. I think it's great when my house is clean. But also it can be a beautiful mess which happens like a lot, actually. So let's see. I might like throw a little like weird story at you guys because like I don't know why I was thinking about this, but it occurred to me when I was setting up the entire situation over here. Uh, I realized like last weekend was like July 4th, right? And everybody's really loves their fireworks, right? And the Chinese, just want to say again, invented the fireworks to dispel demons, right? Like, how cool is that? So when you use your sound, your singing bowls, all those things, it's like a little bit. Come on, buddy. Come on up. Come on. Come back. No scratchy, scratchies. No scratchies. No. I'm sorry. I know. But this is so weird that one way that I remember this, like all year round, is I actually have this really weird scar, like right above my knee. And this is because when I was in high school a million years ago, I used to date this dude. He was like a graffiti artist and he literally like just flirted with death like all the time. But one time it was July 4th, we're all hanging out. And of course, as some people do who flirt with death, he took all of these fireworks and he like basically like duct taped them all together at once and decided to like set this on fire and explode it all at once. And I was like way back in the other side of the street, and of course the fireworks went. It like jettisoned off of everything and went right off my knee, and I still have a scar. Yep, yep. So it's just a weird story, but that reminds me of fireworks. But that reminds me of being able to be cleansed with sound, and then it reminds me of the I Ching, and then I just spiral back to this like kind of nice place where I get to share so many things with you guys. So anyway, we love you, right? And we will be seeing you more of you very, very soon. Okay. So feel free to please go to majestichudson.com, check in with all the stuff we have. If you're near, you come by. If you're far, you email us because we have lots of stuff going on. And I guess I'll just keep doing this like on Wednesdays. Why not? So don't forget abundance, blessings, keeping yourself organized. And if you're not, remember you are organized. The universe is supporting you, and so is nature. All right. I'll see you guys so soon. And yeah, be well. Ciao. Look at this guy. Look at this guy.